yesterday demo session, right? Just I was briefing you about this why Python, the prerequisites for Python, who can learn Python, and how it was built, Python real-time applications, right? Let us have a quick review what we have discussed, right? So Python is why Python? It's a general purpose programming language, means any kind of application we can develop. It's not a purpose-based language. It's not for a particular purpose. Any kind of application can be developed, right? Yes, like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, gaming applications, embedded applications, networking applications, database applications, and single user applications, right? Like desktop applications. So wide varieties of applications can be developed. So, and multi-programming features. Python has got hybrid features, right? What all the programming features we see in different other programmings, all the features we see in Python, like scripting features we see, procedural oriented features, object oriented features, and modular programming features. And it's a high level language. Python is a high level language, easily understandable, portable, and can run on all the hardwares and all the operating systems. Interpreted, Python is interpreted, right? Line by line execution we are going to see, which makes debugging easy, right? User friendly programming or programmer friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes which looks like normal English statements, right? Yes. So there are two types of languages, low level language and high level languages. Low level languages like assembly level, they are not human understandable, they are not portable, and they are machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. But high level language like Python is human understandable, it's portable, and machine independent, can run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. Python has got hybrid features. It has taken some advantages from one programming, some other advantages from other programming, right? So from different programming languages, it has taken the advantages. So Python has got what features? Procedural oriented programming features, object oriented programming features, scripting, and modular programming features. So as part of our course, we'll be discussing all this procedural oriented, object oriented with Python, modular programming and scripting, right? Yes. Just like C language, we can develop application, like C++, Java, we can develop applications, right? We can write many automation scripts. And like we have got thousands of models Python is providing. Just 1 second. So it has got 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got, right? Whatever domain you are from, Python is providing a module for each and every domain. Means for data science, Python providing separate modules. For big data, Python has got separate modules. For testing, for networking, for operating system, for every database, right? For Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, Python has got a module. Using that module only, we can connect. Python can connect with the database. And for working with Excel files, CSV files, JSON files, PDF files, right? Just by writing Python statements itself, I can create an Excel file. Python, I can create an Excel workbook with whatever name we have given at whatever location, right? It is going to get created. And after that, I can also insert multiple sheets, Excel sheets, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 within the Excel. By writing Python statements and executing, go and check in the Excel file, the sheets gets created. And I'll write some Python code and execute, go and check in the Excel file, the data gets inserted. So we can write Python code to create PDF files, Excel files, CSV files, right? Any types of file formats. And for statistics and for math operation and mathematical operations, right? We have got math model, and for generating any types of graphs, normal graphs, bar graph, histogram, scatter plot, stack plots, pie graph, any kind of graph we can generate by using Python with very less coding. Already we have got inbuilt modules, right? So in today's session, just I'll be briefing you about some sample example codings of Python, right? How this Python code looks. And also I'll show you some graphs today, right? How simple generating graphs using Python. Without any knowledge of Python, you can just understand, right? So I said there is no prerequisites for learning Python. Anybody can update with Python. And it doesn't mean that you need to have the knowledge of C, Java, all this. No, everything will be discussing from the scratch, from the ground level to the advanced level, right? Yes. Right, graphs, any types of graphs we can generate, right? Yes. And what kind of applications are developed today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications? Web applications. Mostly web applications are developed today by using Python, using the framework like Django is the mostly used framework. Means at a rapid speed you can develop a web application with very less coding. Already the .py files, that Python files, right? Already it will be available. We don't need to write code for it. Automation applications today for data science, IoT, in DevOps, total implementation, the coding goes in Python, right? Talk about this data science, machine learning, right? Like different types of techniques, regression techniques, classification techniques, recommendation, pattern matching. For all the techniques to implement, we require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming for implementing this machine learning or deep learning techniques, right? So the coding total implementation goes in Python. So big data, right? Even in big data like Spark, right? Very high speed processing. So for huge data, not only in TBs, beyond that, petabytes or exabytes of data, processing, storage and processing, right? We have got tools like Spark. So implemented using Python, we call like PySpark. Even for scientific application, we have got a CP, scientific Python, right? Scientific Python. And for numerical analysis, right? Yes, we have got NumPy, right? Numerical Python. And for GUI animation, graphical user interface and animation, right? Graphical user interface or for animation. So we have got models like PyQt, TK inter modules, right? For this GUI programming, right? Yes. Yes. Game development. Game development. Python is mostly used today even for this gaming side, right? A lot of games are developed using Python. Single user, multi-user online games like there is separate framework given by Python for developing games, right? Like Pygame is a framework given by Python for developing games. Another framework, right? PyCara also for developing games in Python. And sub 3D games like sub 3D rendering libraries like PySoy, right? For scheduling tasks, we have got Airflow Python is providing, and for testing or test cases, Python separate models, right? And for software development, we use software developers make use of Python as a support language. And for business applications, Python is one of the best choice for developing e-commerce sites. And for database applications, Python can connect with any database, and it has, and Python Django has got its own database, SQLite 3, And if you want to connect with any other database like Oracle, MySQL, right? So it is very simple to connect with databases through Python. Network programming, right? Like we have got a Twisted Python. Twisted Python is a framework. It's a framework given by Python, especially for network applications or for network programming. Twisted Python, right? It's a framework given by Python for developing network applications or for network programming. Web scraping, right? For extracting data or for harvesting data from different websites like Flipkart, Amazon, right? Audio and video applications. So Python also used for developing audio and video applications. As part of the course, I'll also discuss some audio and video related applications creations, right? Data analysis for computer vision like face detection, color detection, and for object detection, right? And for not only for computer applications, Python also used for other environments like civil electronics, right? Like CAD application, 3D CAD applications, and for embedded applications, right? The most famous embedded application, Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation, right? Yes. And who are using Python today, right? Topmost applications. Yeah. So in this yesterday session, I discussed, right, who are using Python today. Topmost applications built by using Python. Google, right? Google using Python for its web search system. Google is one of the best example, right? So Python web applications. Yahoo using Python, right? YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Yes. Instagram is built by using Python. Uber using Python. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python, right? Yes. Quora. And some applications like Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, right? Yes. They are built by using Python. And the most like online streaming platform, right? Netflix also using Python for its security, automation, and for subscription related things, right? Yes. Dropbox using Python, and Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games, right? BitTorrent using Python for its file sharing service, and Iron Port email server which uses more than 1 million lines of Python code to do its job. iRobot for military and commercial applications, and for companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they use Python for hardware testing purpose, right? Yes. So these are the some of the applications built using Python and companies using Python. And reasons, Python is a kind of technology which was introduced in the year 1989, right? 30 years ago. But why suddenly Python has got great boom? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Yes. Very less coding you are going to see in Python, not even 1/4 coding as compared with other programming. Simple syntaxes, right? Looks like normal English statements. Multi-programming features. Multi-programming features, right? Yes. Hybrid features. What all the programming languages, all the features we see in Python. Interactive mode. We can easily interact with Python. For every statement it gives response. Python, for every statement it gives response. wide varieties of application. Just now I was talking about different types of applications we can create using Python. Many built-in libraries. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different domains. Right. And it's a general purpose programming. Any kind of application can be developed. It's not for a particular purpose, right? And if you see, especially from the last 3-4 years, right, the usage of Python has increased a lot. If you go back 10 years, 10 years back, right? So if you go back like 2010, Java 43% used, Python only 3% used. But now 2020, after 10 years, Java decreased to 19, Python increased to 31, right? So mostly in the case of automation, Python is mostly preferred rather than Java, like in data science, machine learning, deep learning, and writing automation scripts in IoT, in AWS, DevOps, right? Or in robotics. So now just I'll say like Python, those who are from non-programming or zero programming, right, can just observe this coding of Python, how it looks. Python comparison with other programming, right? Yes. Python comparison with other programming. See, the other programming statements looks very complex to understand, right? You need to have a, but Python, they look like normal English statements. Python other program. I'll take a task, right? And I'll try to implement the task in multiple programming languages. Just you can observe the coding, how simple this Python code looks as compared with other programming, right? So the task, a small task, accepting two values, accepting two numbers from the user keyboard. And performing addition, right? Yes. Accepting two numbers from the user keyboard and performing addition. So first, two major programming languages I said, that Python and Java. First, using Java, I'll write this code, right? A small code, right, for taking two numbers from the user and performing addition, right? If you have got knowledge on Java, just go through the following code: import java.io.store, right? Every statement ends with semicolon in Java, right? I'm going to class. Without class, there is no code, there is no Python, that is what Java program or Java application. Class sample, right? Public static void main, public static void main, string aux, throws IO exception. Public static void main throws IO exception, right? Input stream reader, equal to new input stream reader, right? System.out.println, enter the first number. Enter the first number, right? Yes. String s1, br.readline, br.readline. So whatever string you are accepting, right? So it is taken as string format. Later I need to convert to integer by saying int I. Integer.parseInt of this string. So repeat the same statements. This about 3 statements for the second number also. Enter the second number. It will be taken as string. later converting to integer type. Enter the second number, right? String s2 br dot read line, integer equal to integer dot parseInt of s2, right? And finally say system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println I plus j. Okay, now just observe, copy this. I'll show you the execution, right? In both Python and Java, right? Just to add two numbers by accepting two values, right? I'll just show you the code in both Java and Python. So I'm opening a separate notepad file. Okay, so I'm just yes. So I'll be saving this within this, right? Sample dot Java. So just I'll take a minute in executing this Java code and Python code. So go to the command prompt. Yes. cd Python 7 a.m. right? Yes, Python 7 a.m. Java C sample dot Java. Yes. So just observe this. There are no errors here, right? Yes. Java C sample dot Java. Now executing the code. There are no errors. I can execute the code, right? Java sample, right? That's it. Enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20, sum is what? 30. So this is what the coding in Java, right? So I don't know like how many of you understood this code. Like it looks a little complex if you doesn't have basic knowledge of programming. So like a class, what is class, what is public static void main, what is IO exception, what is input stream reader, buffer reader, what is read line, what is integer dot parseInt, right? So it is we need to have some knowledge on this to understand. So the statements look little complex, and also you can see like 10 to 12 lines of code, right? 10 to 12 lines of code. Even we can use scanner classes here. So yes, but the same task I'll try to write in Python, not more than 3 lines with normal statements. So just the same task, try to implement using Python, right? Yes. So so I'm just opening this Python, right? Python shell file, new file. X equal to using input function, enter value of X. Excuse me. Y equal to input, enter value of Y. Input enter value of x, input enter value of y. Print x plus y. That's it. This is the coding in Python. Enter value of x, you will enter the first value, enter value of y, second value, print x plus 5. This is the output, right? 1 second. Save it. Any name with .py extension. But here also in Python, whatever value you are entering for x and y, so they are taken as string type. You need to convert to integer type, right? Say int of enter value of x, int of input enter value of y. Enter value of x, enter value of y, print x plus y. Run module. 10, 20, sum is 30, right? So like simple statements, like see the Python statements as compared with other programmings. So do you see any complex word in this? Any complex, like just you are saying inputting value of x, inputting the value for y, print x plus y, normal English statements, right? With very less coding, right? One more example, right? One more example. In other programming, we say array of elements. In Python, we say list of elements.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can we make alignment, suppose colon into some right I want to make?
You want
See,
to
X after colon is there, right?
see whatever you keep within the double quotes, that will be prompted in the output screen.
Yes, sir, I got it, sir. Now, what I want to is that I want to move colon to some extent of right, sir.
Means before enter you want.
After X, we have colon, right?
Hmm.
I'm giving for X some value, right? For
Hmm.
that purpose, what I will do is that after X, we have colon. I
Hmm.
want to move that colon to some 5 characters after. After 5 characters, that colon should be there, sir, for me.
This way.
Like that. Yes, yes. By program, how can we set like that, sir? If it is in not in proper manner.
So here run model. Check this. Enter value of x,
Mm.
then enter value of y, 20. So see here, enter value sum is 30. You got, right?
Yes, sir. If
So
their
it
colon
is
is in improper manner.
whatever you keep within the double quotes is a string.
Okay, sir.
So that whatever you keep, that will be printed as it.
No, sir. I got it, sir. If
Hmm.
I say colons are in not suppose, sir, you come in first X is there, right? In that place, colon should be some left side, sir. How we have to make alignment? I'm asking in that manner.
We have got some escape sequences, right? Escape sequences separators are available, right? SCP. SCP functionality is available, right? Later
Sir, I
will
heard about like uh, just center, left just, or just like that, sir. Right just, left just. We can make like that.
no, that is in HTML, right? In HTML that is works. In Python, no. In Python, we have got separators SCP
Uh-huh.
functionality, right?
Suppose, sir, one small actually why I asked is that in bank, if you go to when we are entering our details, right, alignment will be in a straight format.
Mm-hmm.
Checkboxes. That's why I asked you, sir, that question.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
there will be left just and right just and center, making the values right.
Okay.
That's it is possible in Python, sir.
Yes, possible, right?
That
Because
is what
we have
I'm
got
asking you, sir.
yes.
Uh,
So in the coming things we see, right, lot of functionalities like
mm,
separators available. Yeah. Okay. Now one more example, right? Yes. So I'm taking some list of values, right? Yes. In the within the list, I'm taking some random values 50, 30, 40, 10, 20, right? I've taken some values like this. So print X means it will print the entire list as it is. I want to know here only 5 elements are there. For example, think that more than 100 elements are there. I want to know how many elements are there. So for that len, right? Len of X. Len of X means it is going to return the length of this X list. I want to find the maximum. Think that there are 100 elements. I want to know the maximum element of this list. Print max of X. Print max of X list. It returns 50. Similarly, if you want minimum element, we don't need to write codes here. Directly we can say min of X, max of X. So one bracket is missing, it gives error. One bracket is missing. Run module. So if you see right 5, length is 5, max is 50, min is 10. Max of X is 50, min of X is 10. Max of X, min of X, like I want to find the sum of all this 50 plus 30 plus 40 plus 10 plus 20, right? For example, today some 100 transactions happen. I want to sum all this, right? What is the total revenue generated, right? So to know that, find sum, there is a built-in functionality sum of X, sum of all that elements, that's it. Sum of all this, what is it? Right. 150. Sorted of X. Arranging all the elements in ascending order, right? Yes. Run module. You can check this. Sorted of X arranges all the elements in ascending order, 10 to 50. So we have got built-in functionalities, no need to write huge coding. Python statements looks like normal English statements. If you want in descending order, there is no separate function, but we say like sorted of X, you will get in ascending. The ascending, if you reverse it, you will get in descending, right? Reverse it. Reverse equal to true, you say, right? You will get in descending, right? Run module. 50 to 10 to 50, 50 to 10, right? So in this way, the coding of Python looks simple, looks like normal English statements. And some of you are asking modules. Python has got importance of Python has got a great boom today because of a modules concept, modular programming. 89,300 modules available within this Python. So using that, we can perform that operations. See, I just give it. See, I'll give an example, right? What is a module? Right. File, new file. Two things you can observe here. One thing is coding of Python, how it looks. Secondly, the importance of modules in Python, how we can explore a module. Okay, for example, I'll take the example of a commonly used module like math module. Import math, I will say, right? Import math. Print, I want to see the directory dir of math. What is present within the math module? What are the functions? Now just execute in the math module. So like sin h, square root, tan h, tau, pi, e, square root. So these are all this, like we have got some variable like pi, variable like e. If you want to print any value from this, if you want to print anything from the print, yeah, from math module, I want to print the value of pi. Within the math module, I want to print the value of e. Right. That's it. Run module. So pi value is 3.14, e value is 2.71, right? Printing the value of pi, printing the value of e. But for example, in any module, if it doesn't know about a prop, for example, there is a function square root. You don't know like how to work with square root. You don't know how to use the square root, right? How to work with square root. Python going to help you with the syntax. There is a help function in Python, just like print function. We have got help function, right? We have got help function. Help on within the math module, help on math.sqrt, right? Math.square root. Yes. I want help on this square root present within the math module. Run module, right? Help on built-in function square root in module math. Square root expecting a value x, square root expecting this x, and returns the square root of x. Returns the square root of x. So we are supposed to provide one value x, it returns the square root of that value. So just now you got the syntax, right? Yes. Print within the math module, there is a square root functionality sqrt. Within that, we need to provide one value x. Means like 16 I'm providing. It returns the square root of that 16. Run module. Right. Similarly, like we have got another functionality, like take any other functionality like POW is there, power POW. So you don't know how to use it. Just say help on this within the math model POW, right? Yes. Help on math.pow. So it just provides the help, right? Help on built-in function power in the module math. So power expecting two values x comma y. It returns x to the power of y. It takes two values x comma y, returns x to the power of y. X to the power of y, right? Yes. So this is the power symbol in Python. Clearly it is saying within the bracket x to the power of y. So we need to provide how many values? Two values. So right, print within the math module, there is a power function. We are providing two values, 10 comma 3. Means nothing but 10 to the power of 3. Run module, right? 10 to the power of 3 is what? 1000. Right? Yes. So in this way, you can just explore any module, right? Any module in Python. We say thousands of modules. You can say import. We don't need to write huge codings. You won't see any complex words in this. Just math.py, math.square root, math.power, right? So even I was saying generating graphs also is very simple in Python using this modules concept, right? Yes. So for generating graphs, normal graphs, bar graphs, right? Histograms. So we use a model. I'll just show you one example. Import. There is a model called matplotlib. This is a module available, right, for plottings in visual for matplotlib. Within that, we have got a built-in property pyplot. So instead of using this big name every time in our program code, we can use alias name or shortcut name as P can say or PLT we can say, right? Instead of using this big name, I can use this shortcut name or alias name. So to plot any graph, right, you require, if we use plot function, and to plot any graph we require x coordinate values, y coordinate values. I'll take list of x coordinate values. These are x coordinate values, and this one y coordinate values. So just import the module, plot x and y coordinates, and show that. That's it. Show the graph. PLT dot show, right? Run module. Check this. Graph will be generated, right? Yes. 1 5 2 7 3 4, right? So from whatever values you have provided from that itself, right, you can see this coordinates. You can see these coordinates. 1 is the minimum, 3 is the max, based on your x coordinate values. For y coordinates also, min is 4, max is 7. 4 to 7. Okay. For example, age and income. I'll take a task. Age values are 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. Age values. The income values are like this. For 30, it is 30,000. For 40, it is 40,000. And for 50, like 35,000. For 60, it is like 50,000. Okay, PLT dot plot, right? Now PLT dot show. Just observe this, right? Run module, right? Observe this graph. For 30, it is 30,000. For 40, it is 40,000. For 50, it is 35. For 60, it is 50,000, right? Yes. A graph got generated. A solid graph with blue colored, right? So if you want some different color for this graph, and I doesn't want this solid graph, I want some dotted format. So very simple, right? Just to give comma after this and say hyphen, right? That's it. Run module, right? Yes. You can see like dotted format. Means just I'm asking you to just observe this coding and the importance of modules. And if I want some different color for this graph, just again keep comma and say yes, COLO or color equal to red color, right? Color equal to red color, right? Yes. Run module. Red color, right? Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Can you tell us, like, what is your plan for the next 75 days? What is that you're going to teach?
Yes. 1 second. So here, okay. If you observe this graph, 1 second, I'll come back to it. I want some x coordinate. What is this label for x coordinate? Label for y coordinate. Title for this graph, right? Yes. PLT dot x label, x axis label, built-in property. What is that? Age. Yes. PLT dot y label, right? salary, and pld dot title, some sample graph, right? Yes, run module. You can see this, right? You can get that labels, age you got, salary, and sample graph. So here, if instead of plot function, if I give bar here, bar graph will be generated. Instead of this plot, if I say HIST, histogram will be generated. Instead of this plot, if I give PIE, pie graph will be generated, right? Yes, pie graph will be generated. Yes, in this way, different types of graphs can be generated, right? Yes. Just one complex graph. Check this one complex graph, I'll show you, but that also you can easily understand. So just observe this coding, right? Yes, for example, I want a stack plot. For example, you got 5 days of holidays, right? You want to visualize how did you spend the 5 days, like through a graph. Fine, just observe this.
Sir, it will be a 5-day class, right?
Same, import matplotlib is the model. Pyplot, what is that? Days equal to 1 2 3 4 5, 5 days, right? And within the 5 days, what are the activities like playing, working, eating, sleep? These are the activities you do. In day 1, 7 hours for sleeping, 2 hours for eating, 7 hours for working, 8 hours for playing. 8 plus 7, 15, plus 2, 17, plus 7, 24 hours. In day 2, how did you spend your time? These are the hours. Day 3, this is for day 4, this is for day 5. 5 days, right? So what are the activities you did, right? I want a stack plot. Normal plot means normal graph. Stack plot I want. So this days has the x coordinates, and these 4 activities, right, as y coordinates. And these 4 activities, I want 4 different colors. Some abbreviations we have got for these colors: magenta, cyan, red, black. And x-axis label days, y-axis label hours, title, right? Okay, and check this. This is the graph, right? Day 1, see this is 7 hours for sleeping, this blue color, right? This for eating, and this next 7 hours for walking, and this 8 hours for playing. Day 2, 8 hours for sleeping, 3 hours for eating, 8 hours for working. So here sleeping, day 2 sleeping increased, working increased, right? Playing decreased. So in this way you can see that x coordinate days, y coordinate hours, and title for this graph, right? Yes. So like in this way we can generate different types of graphs, right? So the coding of Python looks simple, looks like normal English statements. Yes, fine. And as part, and you can just observe this, what are the things I'm going to discuss as part of this course. So starting from basic Python, right? Yes, Python basics, like what is Python, why, applications, advantages, versions, flavors, Python operations, right? Python IDEs, editors, data types, constants, variables, functions, like comments in Python, escape sequences, strings, operators in Python, right? Different types of operators. IDEs, working in real time, we use IDEs, right? Like Anaconda, PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, right? I'm going to show you on more than 5 IDs with Python, working with more than 5 IDs. Mostly used one is PyCharm. Flow control statements, looping statements, strings, right? String indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, collections in Python, right? List, tuple, sets, dictionaries, operations and collections, methods of collections, list indexing, list properties, list functions, list methods, list addresses, list sizing, different ways of creating list, nested lists, similarly for tuples, right? And for sets, Python sets, properties, operations, functions, methods, addresses, mathematical operations, dictionaries, dictionary addresses, dictionary functions, dictionary methods, right? And similarly functions, right? Functional programming in brief, different categories of functions, like properties of functions, arguments, right? Like default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, arbitrary arguments, right? And different types of functions like lambda functions, map function, filter function, zip function, right? Modules in Python, how different ways of importing, renaming a module, reloading a module, right? So how to import a module and package in Python, errors and exceptions in Python, exception handling, file handling in Python, different working with different types of files, how to read data into a file, how to write data to a file, tell and seek methods, object-oriented programming in brief, right? Yes. Data abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, static, non-static variables, constructors, destructors, garbage collector, method overriding, overloading, right? Yes. Regular expressions, extracting data from the given data. We use this regular expressions, right? Database connectivity, or database access, right? I'll show you one installation of one database and also how to connect with the database through Python and performing all SQL operations through Python, right? It's working with cursor object, connection object, retrieving data, and transaction management within this database level, right? And I said I'll be discussing different modules related to different domains. Some modules related to data science, some modules related to big data, some modules related to database, some related to regular expressions, some related to datetime, some modules related to operating system, some related to graphics, right? In this way, different types of modules I'll be discussing. Apart from that, user defined modules, how to create our own modules, right? And Python date and time and operating system OS module, right? Advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closer, and decorators, right? GUI programming, right? Excel workbook, how to create like Excel workbook reading and data analytics, working with pandas, numpy, and matplotlib, right? Introduction to data science, pandas module in brief, right? And numpy module also in brief, and matplotlib. And people who wants to go for Django or full stack, so this is the Django course content, right? Yes. Web framework, Django installation, Django project architecture, Django application creation. Yes, Django views, templates, admin, models, advanced concepts, right? Django ORM, Faker module, right? Nearly more than 15 applications will be discussing as part of this course in Django. Apart from this, the knowledge required for this web development, right? Like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JavaScript in brief. Right? So this is the course content, right? Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Fine. 1 second.
Hello.
Yeah. 1 second. Give me a second. Right. Python, right? Python core, Python advanced oriented, and Python. So this Python nearly we will be discussing for 70 to 75 hours, right? Only I'm talking about Python without Django, right? Okay. Python core, advanced, and application oriented models. We have said what all these 30 topics, right? This one, Python. So all this, right? Yes. So the duration is 70 hours, right? Two months to 2.5 months. So Python core, Python advanced, plus full stack. People who wants to go for full stack, right? Yes. Plus Django, right? For this Python, it's an offer batch. The fee is only like 5K, right? And for Django with 15 applications creations, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript. For all this, it was previously it was 7K. It's just 5K now. Combinedly, if you want the entire package full stack, it is 10K, right? Only Python, it is 5K. Okay, fine. So any queries? Now go ahead with your queries, right? Yes. Yeah. So from tomorrow, I'll be starting with the basic, right? For basic parts of Python, Python fundamentals, right? Tomorrow, I'll show you like installation of Python, Python software foundation, Python versions, Python execution modes, right? Yes, we'll be starting with Python tomorrow basics, right? Fine. So you'll be getting the recorded video, right? Every day, the recorded video. Even now you can see in the chart panel, right? You can see the chart panel, right? A message given by this online team, right? So like demo link, the course content link, right? Demo video, STS, if anyone have not attended STS, right? You can see that the demo video, STS video link, right? In the chart panel, and also like payment and payment procedure, right? Payment process and procedure, right?
So from tomorrow, you're going to start the class, or
Yeah, from tomorrow the batch is going to start, right? Starting with Python software foundation, Python installation, right? Basics of Python, right? Yes.
So what timing, sir?
Tomorrow same time. Daily it will be at 7 to 8, right? 7 a.m. to 8 a.m, right? Yes.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me,
Right. Yes, yes.
sir. As per instruction, you told that 7th February with the first class will be start.
7 a.m, right? 7 a.m.
7th February of this month.
That is another batch starting, right? No. This is 7 a.m. I'm talking about this 7 a.m. batch, right? This
Okay.
current
Our
batch
class
is
will be start. Now we are ready for class. So our class will start from tomorrow
yes.
at the same time.
Yes, whatever I'm talking about this 7 a.m, right? Timing. Whatever the current morning batch 7 a.m, right? It's going to start from tomorrow itself.
Okay. और जो ये क्या amount plus admission procedure.
Okay. So yes, from tomorrow we'll be starting with the basics of Python. So I said you'll be getting the recorded videos every day. Every day you'll be getting the recorded video, and the notes also, like clear notes, topic wise you'll be getting, and assignments and tasks also will be provided. Yes, every week on Friday I'll be providing some assignments tasks, right? To us.
so does it include weekends
Thank
as well?
What is it?
Does it include weekends as well?
It will be from Monday to Friday. The sessions will be from Monday to Friday.
Time 7 to 8.
Yeah, morning 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Yes. And I said only for Python, it is 2 months to 2.5. And the total full stack, right? Means HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and Django, right? Django applications creations. That takes 2 more months, right? Total, it will be 4 months if you want the full stack Python. And even people, if anyone after 15 days or 20 days, right? If I'm starting a means if you want to go parallelly, there are some weekend batches also available. If anybody wants to go with Python from Monday to Friday, Saturday and Sunday weekend batches will be there for 2 hours, 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday. So that also you can, once you get enrolled, right, you can attend any of my batch.
Just to clarify, you said like weekends also you have.
Weekend Python won't be there, but Django and that
Okay.
UI technologies are Django if you want to go parallelly, right?
Do you have any crash course for Python that you are teaching currently or about to start?
You are looking for fast track.
Yeah, if it is available.
So if people who wants to go for fast track, right, they'll be attending multiple batches of mine. Means which covers all these topics, whatever I said, right? Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. One question from my side. Sir, there will be many competitive exams conducting by the companies, right? They will be asking some initial coding questions, right, as well as some arithmetic.
Yes, yes.
Can we clear those coding questions with this content and what are the examples given by you?
Yes, yes, definitely, right? Yes, we will be working with many examples, right? Many working examples, even for the freshers and experienced, right? Many examples. That's why I said it's a 70 hours course, not a 45 hours course.
Yeah, I need that actually. Many, suppose many organizations conduct their initial readiness assessment with some coding questions, two or three. How extent we can clear with this syllabus or content examples? That is what my
Yes,
question is.
yes, definitely, right? By the end of this, so all the sessions are interactive sessions, right? I'll be typing. This is not getting the output is not the criteria here. You need to build your own code, right? For any task, which functionality to be used. So by the end of this course, right, you'll be getting great command on all these topics, what we have discussed, right? So
Sir,
not only that, and people who go for certification, right? Microsoft certification, those things also, this is more than enough what we discussed in brief, right? Which covers all these topics, procedural oriented, functional, that is functional programming, object oriented programming, and modular programming. All this we are covering, right? Yes, you can just compare this course content with any other training sites. You can see the syllabus, whatever we are discussing is the huge syllabus, right? Fine.
okay, sir,
So
but only one thing is that actually work should be done from our side also, 50% from your side,
yes,
50% from our side.
that's why
Then only,
I'll be giving this assignments task to work with, right? So you are
uh,
supposed to just work on it, right?
hmm.
So yeah, any other?
Most probably that you are promising us with great extent we can clear those coding questions, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Sir, one last question that you are completely opted for teaching or as well as you are working, sir, in some organization?
Yes, yes. I'm also working.
Working, sir?
So
Yes, sir.
not only this, right? I also deal with data analytics, right? Right. I deal with the data analytics. There are some weekend batches for data analytics, big data analytics, right? Like Spark with Python implementation, PySpark. Fine.
I no need, sir, anything. I need how extent I can clear those questions. That's it fine for me. Initial
Yes,
readiness
yes,
assessment.
yes. So whatever, see, I'm asking once again,
Hmm.
if you've got any queries at any point of during the session, you can unmute yourself, you can ask, right?
Hmm.
You can ask for multiple examples, multiple queries. So all the sessions will be interactive sessions, live sessions, right? Yes. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, any other query, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, thank you so much for your session. Sir, actually, there is no background in this field, but we have some background to IT, internet,
Yes.
networking,
Yes.
but there
Yes.
is no
Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
So
And
I am humbly requesting to you, uh, so teaching will be on such way that we will be learning something from your side.
so
Your
okay. Yes.
fast,
Yes. Yes. So 1 second. Clearly, I said people from non-programming or zero programming, right? For that
right?
same reason, I was showing you some examples of Python, how they look. Some graph I showed you, some other modules, right? Some other examples, right? How the codings of Python looks when compared with other programming. You won't see any complex words like you see in other programmings, right? It looks
Thank,
simple and easy to understand. They look like normal
thanks,
English statements. So that
thanks a lot.
And that too 1/4 coding as compared with any other programming, right? Very less coding.
Right.
That's why I was showing you one example, right? Compared
Right.
with Python and other programming, the Python statements look simple, right? So 100% you will be understanding what all we will be discussing, right? So only thing is you are supposed to explore it. You need to experiment it. Why like this? Why not like this? Why I need to take this input if I take different input and working with different types of file formats. So that thing, and you can ask the queries, right? At the start of the session, you can ask the queries, right? And a WhatsApp group will be created for technical discussion, right? And if you've got any queries, if you've got any error, you can take the snap of it and you can post it in the WhatsApp group. Anybody can answer. I'll be answering it, right?
Okay, sir. I will do
Sir,
all
if I
effort to
enroll,
clearing basic, first basic concept, my basic.
Yeah, some query was asked, right?
sir, if I enroll for this course, so will I have to pay extra for your weekend batches or not?
Weekend batches means Python only, right?
Sir,
Python,
big data
big
and
data,
PySpark Hadoop. Yes, sir.
that is separate course, right?
Okay, sir.
I'm talking about only Python Django, right? This is what I was discussing about. That big data analytics is a separate course.
Okay, sir.
So I'm
Uh,
talking about this Python and this Django, right? Yes.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Will we get lab support?
So Python, one second. Python is a cross-platform language which can be installed on any, like Windows, Mac OS, Linux, right? Even on your mobile phone also you can install it, and you can type your code and you can work with your code in even in your mobiles. So it hardly takes 2 minutes for installing it, right? Not a problem. So you can just install and then you can work with it.
Sir, what about lab support while we practicing the Python programs?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If you get any errors, right, you can just take the snap of it and you can post in the group. The other students will be just answering for that, and even still if you have not got that answer, I'll be just giving the reply.
Okay.
So, and even at the start of the session, I'll give first 5-10 minutes, right, for your errors or for your queries, right, related to the previous topics or anything. I'll be answering all those. Right?
hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, sir, I'm a management graduate. Okay, sir.
Mhm.
So I have not done BTech in my graduation. So is it possible for me to land up in the job with Python or something? Because with the management graduation degree, if I complete this Python programming, and if I want to move to IT industry.
So yeah, that's what Python is a kind of programming, right? So there is no prerequisites. I said anybody can update, means it doesn't have any knowledge of any prerequisites. So then that's so the statements look like normal English statements, very simple to understand, right? Anybody can update, right? The only thing is how much command you got on this Python programming. Whenever you attend any interview, they'll check your level, the command you got in that by giving some tasks, right? So that command or whatever you are going to get only by doing lot of practice, right, with many working examples. So that's what in apart from what I discussed, you are supposed to just work with the assignments tasks, then asking queries and giving response during the sessions, right? So with all will build confidence, right? And you can get great command on this, right? Anybody can update, I said. So it's not a very complex programming code. You are not writing some huge codings, pages and pages. Very less coding you see here, right? That's why anybody can update with it. Fine.
No, no, sir. Like many of people are telling that having BTech degree is mandatory for getting into the IT job or getting like this. So I was also confused that now what to do, because I'm having management graduate degree and I want to come to IT industry, and I want to learn Python also.
So the
So
calls, okay, the calls will be, say, as compared to them, calls will be little less compared to the BTech students. You'll be getting less interview calls as compared to them. But whenever you get the calls, whenever you see that command on that, right? But as said, right, that technical BTech technicals as compared with them, you'll be having less calls as compared to. Okay, but whenever you get any opportunity, right, any interview call, anything, right, whenever you see this, whenever you show that command in that programming, right, then definitely you can get it. So it's not like very complex programming code anybody can update, I'm saying, right? And today, like directly or indirectly in the software field, you need to have the knowledge on Python. Means in data science it is used, in big data it is used, in networking it is used, in IoT, in robotics, even writing administrators, right? Administrators, instead of writing a complex shell script, they can go with this Python script, right? Yes. Okay, so tomorrow also if people can attend the session at same time at 7 a.m. we can follow the same link to see more on this Python, right? Yes. So yeah.
Sir, at last, if we take complete package, what are the timings? Will it take parallelly 70 hours for all days, or 70, or it will be like parallelly for every day?
So okay, that's what I'm saying. If you got any time constraint, you can, after 15 days or 2 weeks of Python completion, right, you can attend the weekend batches will be there for this Django and for these things. If you want to attend parallelly, you can attend parallelly, or if I start any batches of this Django, then you can attend any of my batches.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So if I'm done with your queries,
So
then
payment we have to do today.
so
Hello?
the payment details are provided in this chart panel, right? Yes.
So today only we have to do the payment. Then only we would be allowed to attend tomorrow's
No,
classes, right?
Tomorrow's class you can attend, right? Tomorrow class also you can attend, right? No problem. At the same link you can follow, same time, right? Fine. You can follow the same time and same link tomorrow also, right? Yes. Fine. So I'm stopping for now. We'll continue tomorrow, same time, using the same link. You can attend the session tomorrow also, right? To see more on this Python, right? Yes.
So from how many years experience teaching, sir, this one?
So I got from last nearly 7 years, I'm just into this Python field, right?
Yeah, DurgaSoft said that you have 17 plus years of experience in teaching. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, total in Python I got 7 years, total 17 plus years in total overall technologies, right?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
In Python I got 7, but overall is 17 plus,
Mm.
so I
Okay.
also I deal with Python, right? Python, big data, Hadoop, Spark, all this.
So may I know you are working in which company?
So that all cannot be revealed, right? Yes. So okay, fine. So I'm stopping for now. We'll continue tomorrow, right? Same time and same. Thank you all for your time. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.